We're on. So, hey guys, my name is Jonathan Henderson with Pressure Washing Marketing Pros, and I'm here with Tyler of Blast Off Pressure Washing. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother.
Hey, that's good. That's good, man. That's good. And so, thank you for joining me, man, today on today's video. Like I said, just going over your experience with us, going over how you started your pressure washing business and some of the challenges that you have or that you currently have or had in your business and the successes that you've had in your business and your future success as well, man. So, without further ado, go ahead and introduce yourself, man, and also explain, what got you into the pressure washing industry as well.
All right. Well, I'm Tyler. I was in the Marines and I got medically separated about 6 years in. Got a job. Decided not for me. So I was going the home inspector route. I went and got my home inspector license. About to start that business, and I just stumbled across a video from Mike Vidan, that guy in Savannah makes all the good content.
Mhm.
And I just kind of saw the profit margin here versus and the liability as well versus what I was looking at. And
Mhm.
that same night, I just started researching equipment and stuff, abandoned my home inspection stuff, and within that week, I had maxed out all my credit cards, spent like 40 grand on equipment, left no money for marketing, just being dumb through this whole business together, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I learned everything I know from YouTube.
Every-
Everything everything getting started came from YouTube.
Okay,
There's so
man.
much on there.
All right then. All right then, man. So when is this timeline? So how long have you been in business?
I started the company in June 2021, started generating revenue operating in September, and just kind of messing around last year, struggling with, the Google ads. And um sorry, someone just came to my door. Anyways, yeah, the Google ads was a huge problem. But we did 16,000 from September to December
Mhm.
last year, and then shut down in January. You know all that story.
Mhm.
Kind of relaunched it in February. We did 10K in February, 12,000 last month. This month's looking to be about 20.
Mhm.
Next month's looking to be about 30,000.
Mhm.
So first full year, we're looking to do about 250,000,
Hey, man, and that's
and
good.
it's
Like, yeah,
it's
man.
almost all organic. That's the good thing.
Almost all it, and we'll get
Very little ad spend.
Hey, and we'll get to that in a minute, man. We'll get to that in a minute. And so that's why I like interviewing people from all different types of, journeys and steps, when it comes to their business, right? You don't necessarily have to be, 2 years in, 5 years in, and be doing, like $250,000 and more when it comes to your marketing. If you do it the smart way, or if you have enough hustle. Like I know you, Tyler, you have a lot of hustle to you. So I know that there's we fought Google ourselves, and we actually, like I said, when he mentions the Google thing, he got his Google Ads account suspended. Then it took us like a period of like 3 to 4 months. We're not going to say what we did to unsuspend it because it may not, like I said, it may not be the the most
A
appropriate
little
way to do.
unorthodox.
Yeah, it may not be the most appropriate way to do things, but nonetheless, we don't want to tell on ourselves, but we rectified that situation, right? So when you first started your business, because you've been in business under a year now, man, what was your
Mhm.
biggest difficulty when it came to running your business?
Biggest difficulty initially was I made the mistake of spending all of my money on equipment and leaving no money to put it to work. I had I was scraping up pennies to get marketing material. That was my biggest problem. It was just in the beginning I had nothing to go off of but word of mouth and this big ass trailer, and I was just hemorrhaging money for a good while. A lesson sorely learned. That was the biggest challenge, was getting back on top of my money after that.
No, definitely. So what were you doing in order to generate those leads in the beginning? What were you doing?
Not everything I should have been. I was a little lazy with it, I think. Just door knocking is not my style. So
Mm-hmm.
I just my wife makes good money. So as her money kind of came in, I started feeding it to Mr. Jonathan here. And man, you got that site up. That same month you built that site, it turned my whole business around. I mean, that site goes up. I went from 4 or 5,000 a month to 10,000 a month, like,
Mm-hmm.
immediately. So that was really that site was what kickstarted my business into profitability, you know.
Hey man, and I appreciate that, because we can segue into how we helped you, because I know that Tyler reached out to us at the end of last year, and I'm not gonna lie to him. Like I tell a lot of people that try to work with us, I initially was kind of like, look, man, I don't work with the type of businesses. You're brand new. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know if this can necessarily help you as much. But then I know that he was like, look, man, I could just hear it sometimes in people's voices, or I know that they want to succeed. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give this guy a chance. Cause usually I don't lie. We usually don't work with businesses that have been in business under a year, because they usually don't have the capital and all that. And so not everybody has a wife that makes good money that can funnel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the wife and my disability. So I'm at a little bit of an advantage over most people starting off, but
yeah. And so I know you wanted SEO and Google Ad services, right? And
Mhm.
so we can segue into that though. So I know that Tyler invested in SEO with us. He is you're in Beaufort, South Carolina. Because I know that people are gonna look up where your company's at when they watch this video and all that stuff. And so just looking at his area, I knew that it wasn't a tall task for us. Maybe for other agencies, it may be a tall task, but I knew for us, it's a systematic approach in what we do. And so you wanted an SEO services. So elaborate further on like how that website has helped your business then, I guess.
Well, I'll go off first and I'll say it was not a challenge for you. You built that site in a month, and a month later had it ranked #1 in Beaufort.
And we can go ahead and test that. I'll share my screen right now. I'll share my screen right now to where we can kind of show that. If we go pressure washing Beaufort SC right now, and I go ahead and I search that, like I said, so everybody doesn't think we're lying in that sense, right? As you already know, last 28 days, you had the 4 clicks for just that, but #1 in the map pack right here, and we manage this business profile, and #1 here for that keyword. And if we just type in, pressure washing near me, because I know people will be like, oh, well, that's just a single keyword like that. As you already know, map pack right there, #3 right there for his stuff. The first business, I should say, because Yelp and Angie's List. And this is how they take your money, guys.
Yep.
So
stay the hell away from both of those.
So, that's how you can definitely, but like pressure washing services, same thing. We looked that up in the map pack as well. So there he is right there. And as you know, #2 for that. So a lot of these services, man, in your area, you're just ranking very well for that, man. And when we first started off, we had 4 reviews. And so, yeah, so how much work do you think that, because you said last month, how much did you do? And that is March of 2022. How much did you do? Because this is what, like, probably like your
11,900.
11,000.
Actually, like having the business in full swing, actually working, like everything I got going. It started in February. The last year was part-time, kind of just waiting out this Google Ads BS. And we got on top of that, and it's in full swing now. I'm working all day, every day.
Hey man, that's good. So how much? So you're projected to do how much this month? So last month you did about $12,000. How much do you think that was for like the SEO and website stuff?
About 70% of it.
70% of it. Okay, then. And then this month, how much are you doing?
This month I have I matched that right now. I'm sitting about that same number. I've got about 5,600 on the books to finish out the month. So I'll do 15, 17,000.
Okay, then. And you probably say once again, about 70% came from SEO in that sense?
Yeah, it's all SEO, word of mouth on Facebook.
Well, that's perfect, man. That is awesome to hear with that, man. That is definitely awesome to hear. And like I said, I'm excited to see where your business is going to go from here. Like I said, I don't want to divulge too much information about your business.
We can divulge it all, man.
You said what?
Where it's going to go, if we can sustain this growth long term throughout the rest of the busy season, we'll wind up between 250 to 300,000 this year.
Yeah, man. And so, like I said, your long-term goals, all of that stuff. I'm definitely excited to be part of that ride, man, because like I said, I know I always preach about in my videos, like, SEO doesn't necessarily, for new businesses, And technically for 90% of businesses, SEO, like you like if you're in Atlanta and you were in the position you're in right now, I would probably would have been like, we're running ads, man. You know what I mean? We're just gonna straight up run ads. We're not gonna even think about this website. We're not gonna do any of that. But if you're in an area that I know for our expertise, that I know that I'm like, all right, then I can probably get you ranked super quick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, look at SEO and be like, all right, then, because like I said, I won't say any names, but I worked with as you already know, I worked with the company that was in your area. And I kind of already knew what I did for them. So just re-engineer that, and yeah, you're off to the races, man. So what are your future goals, man? What do you have for your future plans?
Future plans, short term, I'd like to get myself pretty well fully off the truck to where I don't ever need to be there. I can just be there when I want to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's my next goal. So right now I'm really focusing on systematizing the business and lightening my workload a little bit so I can work on the business instead of for it. You know what they say. Goal next year, you know, my goal this year, 250 to 300. Mm-hmm. Next year, I want to do 1.5 million.
1.5 million.
That's the goal.
That's the goal,
if
man.
I do 300K this year, I'll have 3 trucks up and running, ready to go next year.
And look, man, I don't doubt you. Like I said, you literally started from like, that's why your story is so great. Like you literally started from nothing, man. Like it's been kind
I had nothing in January. I was about to lose the business in January.
Yeah, like
I did not think it was going to recover. I thought it was gone.
Hey, man, I understand this. I understand, man. And I thought the same thing too. I didn't necessarily like fully count you out in that sense, but I was like, man, you know, I'm gonna be patient with this guy. You know, I trusted in you as a person. And like I said, I think that you can achieve a lot of things, man. And like I said, I don't want to doubt anybody. I don't want to sit on here and say, man, you can't do, you know, this X amount of money. But like I said, even if you like, you know, even if you shoot for the stars and you land on the moon, man, and let's just say next year you do 750,000, you know, anywhere between 500 to 750,000, that is really good for a pressure washing business in their second year, man. You know what I mean? And then even capitalizing upon that. And so, like I said, man, it's been great working with you. You make it easy for us. I hope anybody else that's watching this video, like I said, when it comes to pulling the trigger for your digital marketing, you can do the same thing, you know, in that sense. Like I said, you can start from anywhere, right? But it depends on what kind of hustle that you have and what kind of connections you're going to make, all of that. And if you just kind of see it through, like how Tyler's kind of saw it through and said, look, I'm going to make a way. We got the Google ads suspended. You know, you had some trials and tribulations that we won't speak of right now, but like, you know, that hit in December, January timeframe. And, you know, we're slowly building up. It's not like I'm sitting here having you and you're one of those businesses where people are like, I can't do that. What you're doing right now, a lot of people can also do if they set their mind to.
Absolutely. You need to think about building your business backwards. Mm-hmm. Don't think about what's right in front of you coming next. You got to think about next year. If you want to take on so much business, you got to have built a foundation to support it. And that's what I've been doing. Just building the foundation for something huge, and it's coming. It's starting.
Yeah, definitely, man. Definitely. So like I said, if you're a new pressure washing business, it's not like the world's not over. It's not just like, oh man, I can't do this. I can't get jobs. I can't, like I said, there's a will, there's a way. So hopefully Tyler's story had inspired you guys, but you have anything else for us, man?
I'd just caveat off what you just said. If there's a will, there's a way. You know, I wanted to quit a few times. My wife talked me out of it once when I was real close. Just keep going. It always works out. Mm-hmm. You keep working, it'll work out.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So we're going to keep building upon your SEO, doing all that stuff, man. So like I said, thank you guys for joining the video today. And I, you know, like I said, I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, and I look forward to keep killing it for you, Tyler, as well.
Yeah, you're on my team forever, bro.